the last hope for Pacific in this Champions.
Today, of course, is all about survival. This will come down to Sentinels versus FNATIC.
One thing they've never done is make it to the top three.
The rule of the crowd reserved, and Sentinels is that
This is
team.
a Sentinels way, you know. We always take the hard path.
Zellsis! No! No kills yet, but spraying them down!
With the power of friendship.
We already have one team in the grand finals. Everything is going to count today.
You put them on a big stage, they just keep stepping up. Heretics burn Sin City to the ground!
We're down to our top 8, and it is quite literally anyone's game. Day 11 of Champions Seoul starts right here, right now.
Sentinels. DRX.
The scriptwriters knew exactly what they were doing. They give us the villains versus the remaining hometown heroes.
Aggressive in B-man and catch them with that recon dart.
Mac just holding, but he might have missed his timing as well. Peeks from the top section of mid. Meanwhile, it's going to come through. Players towards the back of the site as Kill Trip set up to try and potentially play off. This is just a bit of raw spam in play through the cage. Zellsis pressing the advantage and somehow walks away with the 3. Flashback. Soul Survivor is holding for the peak at just the right time.
It's put him actually ahead. The breach on the other side, 69. Look at this, he's in. Okay, it was a reload. Just looking at it in the replay there, Bane is stuck in the reload animation and can't punish. He just has to watch in horror as Zellsis swings through the front side.
Yeah. But again, up for debate. We've shown a lot of parity so far with VCT. Now Zellsis, this guy here, was one of my, we were kind of discussing, I think, ahead of time of what might be sticking points for this DRX squad, because you have a lot of green players, almost green as grass. It's up to Mako and Buzz as the veterans.
Presumably some kind of audio problem.
Yeah.
But all right. What on earth?
What is happening here?
He's trying to polish Sassy's head. Listen, as a fellow bald guy, I know this bit.
Yeah?
I know this bit.
And Sassy's not giving him anything.
Dude, Sassy's looking like a fresh bowling ball today, though, isn't he? He's got shine out there.
In the market area. This is going to put the pressure on the Mako. Paranoia and the stun. They're all perfect. Alternating the lanes up. Buzz is going to have to play up into their face with the right click. He's going to be rewarded, but not enough for the second kill. Zellsis, a stave off Foxy9 in through the back of the site, up and over as well. Too many targets to overcome, yet still, Foxy9 does himself another one. Against the weaponry, you got to think. Inevitability, potentially. Shots rattled by flashback. To no avail. Zeken's ace seals up. Round had just that slightest amount of danger.
Outrageous. A day of firsts here for Zeken. Picking up Neon for the first time in 2024. And also, weirdly enough, his first ace of 2024 as well.
Which is why. Creeping, hopping over, it's watched by Bane, can't win it. Damage done, pre-fire onto the corner, immaculate. In the motion, 2v2. Bullets still remaining, Sassy can make a play with it, but opting to back away and go for the reload.
Tens has spike.
Find you.
Now they're going for the refight. Tens does have the spike. If the Haunt maybe went a little bit deeper, I think they would have gone for this one, but they got to watch every angle just in case. Flashback's lurking. In through behind, Tens now planting, in for that backside control. Real uncomfortable post plant for Sentinels. It all comes down to these first shots that they hit, and bullets exchange through the walls. No kills yet, but spraying them down. Skewered in place, that's Sassy. Smoking the face, John QT is desperately hunting for an ult. That is precarious, but barely escapes of his life. 3 stray bullets not enough, not a nightfall. Up and around Bane. Taking the peak, swinging wide, does win it now against Sassy, flashes again. Overwhelming out through the back, this is Bane still helping him out. Dart up and over, it's going to be broken in the end. Spraying him down, Zeken is a menace right now, he's an absolute menace. But Foxy9 just cannot bring it over the line.
These rounds are coming down to the wire.
Walking their way through its contact plays to see if they can get themselves in for the front of the site. Zellsis sticking, sees denied, John Tito domes him. And Bane's also dropped in the process, flashback. No long for this world. They're doing it and pulling it back.
DRX cannot afford to lose this situation. This was a 5v3. It's crumbled away from them. Foxy9, the player who managed to get those 2 openers, is now asked alongside Mako, the veteran, to do the most. How do you crack into this B main post?
Aftershock still for Zellsis too. Time pressure is mounting. You can already hear it. The spike is ticking. Foxy9, straight flash, but he needs to get half, and he needs it now.
The stick.
That's the only wink on Foxy9. He's got it at least, but tagged up, stuck up. Mako, spam and sprayed. He will not survive. Overtime.
And also claimed an empty site.
Yeah, spam though, sprayed. That's Mako. Back for the short angle. Pure instinct on display there with that kill. Straight bullets and spam, only just connecting now to Sassy, spotting them out. Trips are going to be broken, but planned at least down. And now might be that second wave of things. It's a Prowler stun into the corner, looking to lay claim to the life of one of these DRX players. But now here comes the util. Flowing through, C is going to be used in kind as well, pushing them back still. Player disadvantage here for Sen. A lot's going to be asked of them. One way into their face. Sassy stands his ground, stalwart defender. Rips them apart now, out through, and Mako just cannot withstand this. Flashback, and Bane dropped down low, decayed into the single digits, and Bane will be no more. It's a 15-13 finish to the opening map of this series. That experience shining through.
They've clearly put some thought into these Neon execs, same as Sunset.
Zellsis just sidestepping most of this util, not a paranoia up and over. That's a dash! Committed, a bit confident and overconfident by Buzz himself, still locking down the angles. Zekken will have a hard task, at least with these players, dodging and weaving up and around here, and it does set him up. At least flashback for that kill. Zellsis trying to avoid this one up and around the cage.
That aftershock that he used in post-plan basically won them the round. The whole point for DRX there is that they're supposed to explode in off the retake, follow up on the Buzz. They couldn't manage it.
So it's a 2v3 to get themselves back into this still. Disadvantage for Sentinels. Need picks. You can need them now. Open angles.
No
Smokes
spot.
fade.
I don't think they saw Foxy9 in heaven.
Holding for the flank. It's a paranoia from DRX, sweeping its way through, dropping down, clearing most of the way. This is methodical by DRX. But again, it comes down to these opening kills. Util into their hands. There was a chance and opportunity here in the TP. Mako is covering this angle. Foxy9 diffusing, sticking. It's already half. Has to lay claim to the kill, and he does just that. Beamed all the way through. Has to shock into the corner. Is it enough? Second, he survives the tap. Again, he needs to land it. The shot from Foxy9 and time. Just running away from him.
Lift this if we try harder.
Hard enough. With the power of friendship.
Footsteps, knives out. Kills need to be claimed. Hopping over. Sassy gives him that easy sideline. Zellsis tight to the corner again. He will evade most of this, and it is sloppy by DRX. Despite all the aggression that was being made and played, Zellsis. 3K to finish it. Up to 11 now for Sen, and at this point, it really does feel like full momentum on display. The delay dart up and over the top. Ults are expended. Second, though, has not been pulled out of this spot. Stuns, they're good for it. And here's the flood defense. Sassy not removed, unrooted. Players in front of him. Mako is barely alive, but this is it for Sen. Close down the curtain on that one. They are the career killers at this point. Knocking DRX down to the lowest of our playoffs. But it was all the pieces, honestly, of the puzzle just being met in kind of steam. We're backing him up with the util. And listen, sportsmanship on display onto the stage itself as well. Hugs are going to be exchanged, of course. That's the benefit of the playoffs as well. You have that lifeline. DRX can fight back, they can battle back, but they took a hard knock down to the floor with that.
They certainly did. And I had a big question for Sen today. Are you still going to be able to play as well as you did during that Gen G game? And I think in terms of individual stuff, I was impressed today. Were they a little sloppier? Yeah. But I think their tenacity on Sunset and their clean second half on Haven should still be giving people a lot of reasons to look towards this team as a dangerous squad in our playoffs.
Today, we got some banger matches. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and get this show started because we got Sentinels facing off against EDG.
Edward Gaming.
flexing his muscles. Second. My God, yeah, Tens is as well, but they don't realize and anticipate. Okay, Chichu is going to get dropped here right through the smoke. CDG trying to attempt to flood their way through. Nora Fifth reveals all, and Tens will make full usage of it. Paranoia, connection, movement from Kang is the only surviving element. And praying for a shot to connect there to make it just a little bit more winnable, but for Sentinels, primed and ready for that 8th round. But it's futile. He's been given nothing. Toyed with darts. He's having to deal with it all. It's all being dished out. One last hurrah by Sen. And that time, fully against him. A bit of a flourish, but still 8-4 Sentinels.
Who gets the plant in this position? Okay, nobody throws the spike over to Simon. That's going to get them Rolling Thunder active. Do they play aggressive with it? We saw Sen fail in this spot before.
They're going to let it loose. Let it rip in through the back. But it's so easy to overextend if you're the attackers. That's broken. That's the trigger. They want to try and go for this one. Smokes in their face. Aftershock as well. Rifles in play at works. Fault line. And get Sentinels back into the fight and back into the fray. Cut them up. Paranoia is perfect. Players are there. Sliding, gliding forwards. Chichu is dropped to his knees.
Quick pre-take as Sen get into sight. They got the pace to do it.
Yeah, most of it's going to be fading as well. Chichu does have that open access. Door's going to be broken down. Kang he's already ripped this one away, but it's traded. In kind. Tens is there. Satchel play. Beautiful. Tracking. Chichu's there. Aware of the fact that there could be that second player. And drops Tens out of action. 18 seconds left. TP forwards. That is crazy stuff by Chichu, but honestly, the pressure, it's all on Sassy. Reload committed, side by side. Needs to play this one in for the rest of his team. Accounted for, but time against him. It's only 4 seconds left, and at this point, it's against them. They realize it. EDG backing away. Nobody just has to survive, and it's a round win for EDG up to 11.
Another situation where Zellsis has to watch the round slip through his fingers.
There's pressure applied onto these EG anchoring players and still trying to take the fight up through the gut. Different directions here, still beaming them down. Simon dropped to his knees, maybe handed them over that weaponry in all Tens. Collecting the kills off through the flank, overdrive. Finds his mark. The tracking is immense. So Sentinels will be able to stay alive a little bit longer.
And the pathing is great. Sen's attack side is fantastic on Sunset.
This is exactly what we were talking about. There is no room to breathe when there's up to 12 rounds. EDG can feel it. Spike picked back up, earns itself. Sassy a lot to adjust and overcome. Tens is down and out. EDG, they end it all. They take it over that line and they break past their limits.
EDG today taking down the Madrid winners, smiting Sentinels on Sunset. It wasn't close.
Oh no.
And they have pulled down to earth the gods of clout. And Sen spiral to the lower bracket. That 5-day break belongs to EDG.
And today, of course, is all about survival and a shot to play at the Inspire Arena. This will come down to Sentinels versus FNATIC.
Sentinels. FNATIC.
There is a lot of history between these two organizations, and somehow every time they meet, the stakes are always high. But
I'm looking at the lurk as well. John QT's position could be divine. Let's wait though, as already Durka going to find Tens, controlling the site for second with 2! And he's back on it now! You've got the ult coming through, Sassy sends out Dizzy, John QT, the lurk comes in perfectly! As Alpha left in a 1v4, he's been found!
Contact with the B. Knife. Camera taken. Sees if anyone's close by.
Oh,
but here's the counter push.
The disrespect from Durka to go head first for that. Zekken is going to quell that and punish him for the disrespect, but he claims Sassy's life. It makes it trickier now to get towards this B site.
4-on-4. A little bit of a pause, but Sentinel's still trying to get out of the site. There's nothing really to stop them from getting out here. Hero on an off angle.
But if Alpha gets the contact as Hero then swing, it looked like that was the intention. They should note his position here. The flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's TenZ though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from Market. Zekken kicking it up a gear. Now just on Boaster in the 1v2. Paint shell in play still for Zekken. Boaster to walk back in, and Zekken looking lethal. The timing, it's right. Sentinels answer back perfectly. Pistol is theirs.
That was so scary for Boaster on an island for so long. Such a big ultimate investment to get those first 2 kills, to get that opening. You should be converting those rounds pretty much like 90% of the time pretty much, but the fact that it got as close as it did makes me nervous for what happens. No. Oh no, the stand-up curse, the stand-up.
Glue him to the chair. Back in, they can't just flood through Market.
It's gonna be hard though. Sentinels playing forwards, they know this Astral Divide's in play.
Yeah, staying on the site here, Paranoia ready, TenZ sends it and then backs. They're just not getting in the door here. Sentinels shutting it in their face. Now it is go time. Zellsis sent to his death, forced to fight forward. Sassy now leaning back, but time is ticking. You gotta get a move on here. Sentinel's gonna lap this up, but the trade's in play. Sassy still stands, as does JohnQT, and the time is ticking. They are out of time, surely. No more to be done here. No more time to play. Sentinels running it down to the wire. Play forward. TenZ, JohnQT, and Zellsis. You talk about impact players. You got them in this, though.
I'm looking at TenZ's ultimate. On a round like this is where you want to try to find your footing into a site and pop that ultimate if you need it back out. Right now, Zellsis is trying to figure out how he can disrupt this retake, the rotations, but deciding to move together here. JohnQT versus Hero is going to be a big duel toward B, but it's a defense on Market. They don't care about the site.
The first fight, TenZ trying to lead the fray. JohnQT, TenZ! Back-to-back impact! TP to the site, plant up next, and suddenly the record is flipped. And now you're down to Alpha and Chronicle. Again, impact sure, but in a moment like this, can you pull it through? Zellsis hops away, he keeps himself alive. Information aplenty, they now know what they're up against, and TenZ's timing could be heaven sent. But no, they skip around, they go towards site, one towards main, one on pillar, one CT. Hard to find fair fights, and JohnQT prowling, waiting. Chronicle finds Zellsis, but the time is ticking, and TenZ is on the way. The camera comes up, they want to get it towards half. They might just do it, but TenZ, the bully of the big boys, afraid of no one, shuts out map 1, 13-11. Sentinels lead in the series.
If they get in the site, they have the Viper's Pit to lock down either elbow or spawn.
This Mosh should at least isolate the rest of the players away from Zekken, but they're completely unawares. Boaster.
Durka, what?
Just asleep at the wheel, and Zekken just eviscerating them. He's the one to take this site. He is the one in control. And these are problems, these are issues, these are unmistakable. The only one to answer back so far is Chronicle. Zekken still stands. He still delivers. That's 3, 4 Zekken. Outrageous impact. And he knows where Chronicle is. Zellsis.
No.
Oh, Zellsis. Poetry in motion.
Zellsis is probably happy that he's running at them. That's back-to-back rounds, basically. Outshowers a couple rounds ago with that showstopper after getting that Durka kill through the wall. And here, just keeps pressing forwards and keeps them locked out of that choke point. Surprised that Durka actually tried to come through that smoke in that 4 versus 5. FNATIC gotta stick to their guns. Spike planted.
Retake Zellsis if there's a moment. The shine! It was then! He gets 2, he tried everything he could. On the trade, Spike with a quick pivot. Zellsis playing ahead, that's huge! Can he buy enough time? Can he buy enough security? He's desperately trying to readjust on the Spike plant. It should be fine on the time. A 3v2 out of nothing. Maybe Sentinels finding their footing here. Boaster and Hero.
It could be the difference maker. Zellsis puts an end to it.
Zellsis, this round was his. You gotta say it. His earlier positioning, catching the rotation back from C. He did everything right for the side, and you wanted a bit more from him. He gave us a whole lot.
Life, he needs to value it. Letting Sentinels fight back at another round here. Cannot be allowed to happen.
Both are looking for a pixel. Anyone trying to cross through. Tens seems aware. Actually, the paranoia didn't land. Dirk with a new lease of life. Counter paranoia. It may not be on, but Dirk certainly is. Finds two. Answered back sight. Still under contest. Hero overwhelmed. And Zekken doing everything he can. Plant in play. Trying to make it happen. Good damage. Look at Alpha.
HP.
So low. Pop of the ult here. They need this plant in now. And it is.
Zoned away, respecting that showstopper, but Paint Shell still in play for Zekken. They can back out, they can reposition. Alpha down so low, and Chronicle full HP with that Odin.
Play retake with, but it's got to be traded off of Alpha, right? And for Sasi, 64, still sitting better off. Did he get spotted? He did! Alpha finds him! Zekken, though, can the man become a monster? It looks like he might be able to. 3 in this round, he needs 4! And where does he wait? Where does he guess? The gap closes, 15 HP. Paint Shell to the left. He looks. Oh! It's outstanding! It's perfect! And Zekken becomes the hero Sentinels needed.
Zellsis, he doesn't care. He's going to let them have the site. Plant, I don't care. I use my lockdown here. He's going to flush you out. There's nothing that can stop him.
Okay, lockdown now. Plant in. What do they do with this? They can still live in the Viper's Pit if they just push through towards CT, but there's 3 players and they can spam this the hell out. It is going to be the battle of Spawn breaking out now, and Zekken is the warrior who's just ripping apart FNATIC. Limb by limb they fall, and this is what it comes down to, a 1v5, a desperate attempt, and the defuse will be there. The roar of the crowd reserved for the special few. And Sentinels is that team.
This is an elimination match. We already have one team in the grand finals, and for both of these teams, everything is going to count today. It's time to bring Sentinels and Team Heretics onto the stage.
Sentinels. Team Heretics.
Still has his ult, as does Tens. Not massive impact off the back of it. Rez still in play as well.
And a pace change from Team Heretics. They've been going quick. They got the back of these last 5 rounds.
But Zekken is still Zekken. There's still danger. That Rez gets burned. They're back up to 5. But he wants another bite of the cherry. He fancies another go at this. He's so close. Going towards Sue. He's still got Sasi on long, so if they cross, that will be go. Mini Boo! Just prise him out of there. The can opener for Heretics now. And Zekken has to respect that. Suddenly, A feels vulnerable. He can't sit on that island alone any longer.
Full site exec. This is so typical of Team Heretics. They're waiting for that second smoke to come off cooldown. They pop them both. Paranoia, paint shells, everything's coming in.
Yeah, Dizzy gonna set this one through. Zellsis, Tens in danger, in trouble. Zekken still fighting the good fight for Sentinel, still holding his ground. Tens dives head first, takes away 2. They're getting no access this time. Wall goes up, but the timing's just not gonna be there. Boo would have to pull off something like a miracle, and it doesn't happen if you go to Zekken's site.
And rotate to the wrong spot. Sentinels, when they get to their attack side, they know how to manipulate.
Tens looking to maybe set him up here, but no one can swing on this one. TP to the back. JohnQT finds. Hack comes in. Thames finds Rienz. They're holding the line. They're keeping their kingdom safe. Finally, Sentinels hold this C site as Benji falls. Sentinels onto back.
Back-to-back for Sentinels, and now they're getting back in control in the driver's seat. One more round remains in this half right now. For most of those, it's working. They slow down one round, it doesn't work. They go fast again, but Sentinels, once you give them an inch, they take that mile. And now, scores closed down to one round gap.
Yeah, we're getting there now.
Yeah, see? Just disrespect it.
Sassy just trying to keep attention, keep check on anyone trying to
Beautiful.
close the gap the one way, cuts off the route, and now they can focus on Garage. The crossfire looks heaven sent. How do you get around it?
The slide needs to happen.
Zekken could. There's a chance here. Rienz basically could deny this, as could Benji. The time ticking. They got to make a move right here, right now. The timing is perfect. The synergy is off the charts, and Sentinels are never out of it.
Team Heretics giving so much respect to Sentinels, letting them go wherever they want. And again, another A hit. Boo trying to get a lurk timing, but he's gonna get caught in the back in a second here.
Oh, and
wait.
Hello? Sassy hasn't turned. Suddenly, he's got a surprise. Sassy goes down and Boo's broken through, but there's a flank on a flank here. The turret does give it away. But still, do they even notice this when they've got 30 seconds for the Terminators here?
30 seconds.
He's still holding this one.
Wait, they don't know.
They don't know the plant. They don't know. Oh my God, Zellsis is behind
He's lining them up.
every single player. And look at the patience. Look at the pedigree. He waits and he strikes. Take it down, Heretics. Piece by piece. Just down to Boo, and it's all but done. They are gonna be in tatters, Josh. This round, maybe we just chill.
These are the dangerous rounds. When
These are-
you
yeah, these
highlight
are the ones.
Sentinels,
Yeah,
this is the round that you don't want to lose. This happened on Haven as well.
Yep. This is when you play it by the book. You know what I
Yes.
mean? You cross the T's, you dot the
your
I's.
I's.
You're,
Yep.
you're going through every protocol because there's certain teams that have such high potential for these rounds. I mean, even statistically. So I get a little scared. Senna's certainly one of those. But we'll see. As it stands, Heretics are I guess not really going to be caught unawares by that. They should be very aware of it. Knife goes in, clears yellow, nothing there.
He's going to catch the timing, get the kill on Rienz. No,
Christ.
no.
Christ, look
No,
at this. Zellsis cracks it open. Does he get traded quickly? No, he's away like a thief for the night.
Wait.
He's out of there. They're doubling back though. Ooh. And they never broke the alarm bot either, so I'm surprised that they pulled so many players away of A, like from towards B.
This is a big gamble from
30
Heretics.
seconds
It's
left.
the wrong read. Sentinels, yes, they're on eco, but they have
the
that
wingman.
Phantom, and with a plant, he's got lockdown. That orb is still there. He can get locked down off the back of that.
Do you ever feel like you're watching a disaster potentially happen? 'Cause
Yes,
I feel
slow
like this
motion.
could be happening here. But back on site, quick rotation from Mini Boo. There's still support here, 10 seconds. Gotta wait for the
10
plant.
seconds left.
They're not gonna go ahead of this. Question mark, they shouldn't go ahead of this. Okay, there we go. Woot keeps
Find
himself
that scram
calm.
lineup.
And now I'm looking to see if that lockdown is in play. No, Zellsis is still one off from that. Mini Boo backs off. Zellsis is your danger man. Does he switch that rifle out? He does. Zekken with the armor, with a full HP, high dizzy, and suddenly you're under the gun. You're under scrutiny, and you're put 10 feet under by JohnQT and a ghost. He wants more. He gets more. I told you it was a disaster, and we just witnessed it. So it begins, Zekken. We ask a lot of you now. Same with Tens. For Sentinels to live for another round, it has to be here. It has to be now. But Wu on the trade. Oh, this could be all but over. Zekken, all on his shoulders, and he's still standing. He's still fighting. He will give everything he can for his side.
It's not ready to go home.
Maybe there's still a chance on this one, because look at the backspace here. Sassy creeping closer. They're gripping into this. They are clawing into this. If Sassy can find impact. But Boo's reading it.
Boo's waiting for it.
Turned around. Boo might know what's going on. Sassy, he's got himself a rifle. He can back away. Now, the space is getting filled here. You're looking at where Zekken's going, where he's parking.
Yeah, it's just Boost noted though. But here, Zekken moving around. He's not ready to go home yet. He wants this.
Yeah, but who gets the timing? Zekken waiting. Just turned around. And is that enough for the crowd? You can see them double checking now. They're still going to know. Zekken, are you the man to step up to the plate here? And once again, we ask, can the man become the monster that he did before? And they're around the corner. They have no idea.
30 seconds left.
Saucy's still in a very defensive position. He might be aware of this.
Traditionally, you might ask for players to play together, stick towards similar situations, but has Zekken read this right?
Look at that ping, where that spike needs to get planted, where they can actually protect the spike carrier. But Zekken knows it's going to be B. He's going to come in. He's not going to be able to deny this, but he has space and timing right now.
Yeah, Zellsis has to navigate and try and avoid the likes of Boo potentially lingering, lurking around. He's trying to draw them in, give them a chance, give them an idea, a concept, and again, a wayward shot keeps his life alive. Zekken now stepping towards the site, taking another couple of strides too in this round. We asked so much of him. He answered before. No, he answered again, the third. 2 more to find, and they're so low. Oh my God, from the absolute clutches of death. How can we do this?
Oh, he misses!
In the final moments, Heretics burn Sen City to the ground!
That random crouch at the end, the knives, the daggers, missing one, just one needed to connect to keep them in the game. And Sentinels tried so well, so hard, but Heretics showing a side of them, a resilience we haven't seen.
I have to say, to the team on the screen, the Sentinels, people said they were done, they were overrated, they didn't deserve it. People can say nothing now. They put up an exceptional performance from start to end in this tournament. They should have their heads held high.